everyone, welcome back to another Redstone video. Last week I showed a 24 furnace array using target blocks and 1.16 mechanics, and this week I have a 25 furnace array. Because this one doesn't use target blocks, it is significantly more redstone efficient and cheaper to build, and it's one furnace bigger. So if we put in here, it evenly distributes it along, and any second it will put one item in each furnace, and as soon as one item gets smelted, so as soon as it reaches the end, the next item is put in the same tick, so you don't get any overflow whatsoever. So you don't even see the number 2 appear there because it is in the same tick, so it's still fuel efficient, but it also won't back up at all. I'd like to explain why this one is better than the previous version I made. It has one more furnace, and this one 25 is the limit, whereas the previous one 24 is the limit. So although you can make it smaller, it will you can't make it any bigger than 24 or 25. It's also significantly more redstone efficient because on the previous one my aim was to use target blocks, which meant that each target block is 1 hay bale and 4 redstone, so it's more difficult to get, whereas this one uses about the third the amount of redstone, so significantly less. For this furnace array you're going to need 2 comparators, 14 repeaters, 50 dust, 2 torches, and then you're going to need a couple hundred hoppers, which you probably need an iron farm for, and you need some normal blocks obviously, and then you also need some transparent blocks that can either be slabs or glass, and if you use a top slab it works exactly the same. Because of the way this furnace is, you can use hopper minecarts to split a chest of items equally in 8 places. Ilmangu has a video on it for his non-redstone furnace array, and then you can feed it into each individual furnace array. Or you could put 2 hoppers underneath a chest, and then it will distribute the items evenly between them. So then you can have a super smelter on this side and then a super smelter on that side. Let's get right into the tutorial. So you need your output chest. This is where all the items are going to come out. Then you need 25 hoppers. Once you've got all these hoppers down, you're going to put furnaces on top of each one. Now that you've done that, you're going to put 2 hoppers facing down on top of each furnace. Once you've done that, you're going to run your line of hoppers over the top of the furnace. So just have a block temporarily to face it into, and then run a line all the way across. And then you're going to have your input for what you want to smelt. Where you've placed your temporary block, you want to replace it with a comparator and have it facing out of the hopper, and then it goes into a block with a torch on it, and then a repeater on 1 tick. And from now on, every single repeater is going to be on 2 ticks. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and place 4 dust on here to power these 4 hoppers. And now then we make a repeating pattern, so we go down 1 block, we go into a repeater with 2 ticks, like so, and then we place a block facing up here, 2 blocks here, glass block here, and dust. Now this should work in 1.16, however it is important that you use the cross, not the dust, so this hopper here gets powered. Okay, and now from here, what you're going to do is you're going to make a L shape of redstone facing into that one, and then you're just going to repeat the same pattern here. So you're going to have repeater on 2 ticks, into a block, with a block on the right, block on the left, glass on the bottom, dust on top, and then your L shape of dust facing into there. Oh, sorry. It's important that this block here is transparent, so you can either use glass like I have, or you can use top slab. So you can use something like a stone slab and have that on the top, so it won't power the hopper underneath, and then you can just place your dust on top. Right, okay, so we're just going to keep repeating this pattern with a 2-tick repeater into a shape like that with glass and dust. Then you're going to make an L shape, and then we just keep going with that. So repeater on 2 ticks, we go into a block with a dot, then we have the L shape, and we keep repeating it. And then we're going to have the L shape, and then at the end here what you're going to do is you're going to just repeat it with a block sitting on there, and that is the entire thing of the input for the items that you're going to smelt. Now what you have to do is you have to do the fuel input, so we're going to go round to the back here, and we're going to place it facing like this, so you have this one facing into the furnace, this one facing down, and you're just going to repeat this all the way across. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to do the exact same thing, temporary block, have hoppers running across the entire thing, and then we're going to have the chest on the end. We come all the way over to where we placed our temporary block, replace it with a comparator into a torch, like so, with a repeater on 1 tick, and then we're going to go into 4 blocks, like so. Now we're going to go down with a repeater on 2 ticks, facing into a block with 2 blocks on the other side, glass on the bottom, and 1 dust. Now we're going to make our L shape. Again, it's very important that all of these blocks that these redstone is sitting on are transparent, so they don't power the hoppers. And then we're just going to repeat this pattern. So then we have the L shape, then a repeater on 2 ticks with the same shape again. So you have 3 blocks up and then the redstone on 1 block. Then we make ourselves the L shape, with the dust. Then we have the repeater on 2 ticks, facing up with the glass and the dust, and then we do the L shape again. So it is just a repeating pattern, it's very simple. Once you can understand the shape, it's just a pattern that you have to keep repeating. Repeater on 2 ticks. Dust. Then we have the L shape, and then we just do the last one. With the repeater on 2 ticks. And now that should hopefully work. So if we get some fuel, we put it in this back chest over here, and then you can use whatever fuel you want. But if you use something like sticks or carpets or bamboo or something that doesn't smelt that smelts less than 1 item, you'll have to wait for it to go in first, because if you have it filling while it's working, it will just not smelt the item and it will just get stuck. Now if we try putting in what we want to smelt, like so, it should all be working. So the items move along, and then it drops them all into the furnaces. Oh, have we made a mistake here? Okay, so it's very important, as you can see from here, that the hoppers face the right way, because as you can see, this hopper here is facing into that one, but it needs to be facing into the back of that furnace there. So now that we've fixed that up, it should all be working. There we have it, 25 furnace array. It smelts items as fast as hoppers can move them, so there'll always be items moving into this chest, and as soon as it's finished moving them, the next items are coming in. For those of you more technical players who will want something bigger, what you'll have to do is you'll have to chain up, if you want the theoretical limit of 200, if you want 200 furnaces all working together, you'll have hoppers facing off like this, each one going into its own super smelter. You'd have to build up 8 of these, and then you will have something like this, where they face into each other, but they face in different directions. Okay, then what you do is you place some walls like so, with 2 rails, and you put 2 minecarts on, push them apart, and then break the rails, and then you can push them into each corner like so. And now now if you've done it right, you should be able to place a chest here. You can remove the walls if you want, or you can also push glass blocks into the hopper minecarts, stop them from moving. You can put all the items in here, and the hopper minecarts will move them out, and every furnace array will get an equal amount of items. So if you hook this up to 8 different furnace arrays, each with 25 furnaces, you should be able to get 200 furnace array. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed.